I'm your host of the show, and this week we're going to talk about transforming your life. Now, look, I really want you to stay on until the very end because we do have a special gift for you today. I also want to thank you all for joining me today because, I know how limited time is for most of us these days, and we all have hectic schedules, and so for me, I do understand, and I'm so grateful that you've taken time out of your busy schedule to actually join us today. So wherever you are in the world today watching this show, please put your comments in. I'd love to know where you're tuning in from, because then, I think that it's important for us to all come together and, join hands as one. And I'm really excited about sharing today's journey with you. So for me, also look, pop on over to Unique Vibrations page and join the groups, because this is something really special that can support you as a woman in any area of your life, whether you're in business or just in life in general. That's what we're here for. So please do that at any stage. And like I said, I'm really excited that we have you here today, and I'm excited that I'm able to share the gift that I have to help women move forward and be the best version of themselves. So transforming your life, a couple of questions for you, I guess, to start today's show is, how many of you really want to transform your life? How many of you, are expecting to transform your life? What is the reason that you feel that you really want to transform your life? What are you prepared to do to make that happen? And, if you really truly want to do this, then your best friend is going to be uncomfortable. And the reason that I say that is, we're taught growing up as a child that, to grow up and get a job and work 9 to 5 and, be in the usual kind of safe environment. Don't be so creative, concentrate, focus, but, don't focus on what you want, and, really just get the house, get married, have kids, and be comfortable. Yeah, that's something that I grew up with as a child. It was always about, taking the safe options. And, I was a little bit adventurous, so I probably didn't always look at the safe options. But you know what? If you want success like most of us do, then it's necessary to change something. And therefore, you're not going to be sitting in your comfort zone for all that long. So that's why I say your new best friend is going to actually be uncomfortable. And, get used to it, because without being out of your comfort zone, you're not going to do your personal growth. You're not going to do the creative stuff, and you're not going to achieve the goals and really chase that dream down like you really want it. So, it'll give you a reason to be on point with your purpose and passion, and really go after the things that you want. So, each step of the way, you're going to be asked to stretch more and more and more. And you know what? That is part of the journey. I love doing that myself. With my clients as well, if I have to stretch to achieve something, then, it's something that I do pass on to my clients, because without that, I don't feel the personal growth. I don't feel the shift that happens. There's so many different things that go on during the course of your journey, and it's really important to make sure you understand that you've got to change things to change the results. You're not going to get those results by doing the same thing day in and day out, and you're not going to get those results by staying comfortable in your comfort zone. So again, it's a journey, and it's about what you achieve along the way. It's about the successes, the wins. It's about the failures. Like, there are going to be failures, but you're not going to transform if you don't have these hurdles and challenges along the way. So, going back to when you were growing up and the creativity wasn't necessarily supported, and, you were asked to, you were always told about going and getting the 9-to-5 job and staying in your comfort zone and, getting married and having children and doing everything that you want to do. But have you ever stopped and thought about, what if I was to really chase my dream? Where would I be had I done that? It's not too late. It doesn't matter whether you're 20 or 50 or even 70. There's women out there that are chasing their dream because they believe in what they believe in, and they believe that it is a worthy purpose. For some of us, it may have taken us 40 or 50 or 60 or 70 years to realize that we had that worth. But, that self-worth for you to be able to move on and share your gift with others is an amazing achievement. Motivation is all about chasing your dream, and most often in your mind, you'll try and stop yourself from achieving that for whatever reason. You'll sit and procrastinate over where you are and what you want to do, but also your subconscious mind starts working and the self-sabotage starts to kick in, and it's activated really, really quickly when you feel a little bit uncomfortable. So why is it that happens? Well, often it's about fear. So what are you afraid of? What is the reason that fear jumps in? Is it fear of failing, or is it fear of succeeding? And sometimes it's a success that you have a bigger problem with to overcome, or a bigger block with, that you need to actually decimate and really turn into a positive somehow. And there's so many key strategies that I offer as part of my programs to really help women move through those blocks really quickly and align all areas of their life, because it's important that they can do that to be able to achieve those results that they want as quickly as possible. Because once you start staying in that self-sabotage mode, then you're really going to not be able to overcome those as quickly, because those voices in your head just continue to speak and continue to play with your mind. So, that's really, really important. And, I do take those issues really seriously, because it's important to move through those really quickly. So, in your day, look at all the small things that you have to do to achieve some success and some wins on that day. And, once you get the small things out of the road, you look at that list, that to-do list that you start each day with. Look at the to-do list and look at how quickly you can decimate that list. Look how quickly you can work through that list and really start to achieve things that you didn't think maybe were possible to achieve as quickly as you are achieving them. And so, it's really really great to see those results, and then move into some of those bigger tasks that maybe you enjoy more, but they're, they do take a little bit longer. So the little small tedious jobs that you don't like doing so much, get onto them straight away. That's a really good tip for the day. And that's partly because, they're less motivating. So, again, it's all about the mind and how the mind starts, subconscious mind starts to interact with the way that you're doing things. And, that's letting your emotions take over and interfere from the compassionate side and the motivation. And the reason for that is, if you were to take a moment to visualize your life as you want your life to be, what does that feel and look like for you? So, take a moment and think about that, and think about what that is, what that looks like, what that feels like, what your goals are. And, you know, I'm going to share some tips with you today that will help keep you focused on transforming your life. So, you know, one is to build and maintain a strong burning desire. And how do you do that? You know, that building that desire is the driving force that propels you to build and maintain and achieve your goals and your dreams. And, you know, in turn, being able to stay focused and keep that fire ignited within will actually help you to transform your life. So find what that burning desire is, find out what it is that you really want to do, and keep that alight and alive. Number two would be to engage in transformative learning. And, you know, what does that mean? It's about changing how you think, the thoughts that come into your mind every day. And, you know, it's one of the best ways to renew your mind, to be able to transform your life. You know, that is one of the number one things that I teach, because it's really important to know and understand that those thought processes are one of your biggest battles that you envisage and come across every single day. You know, there's forget how many thousands and thousands of thoughts that you have in one day, and the majority of those are not always positive. So, you know, those thoughts and decisions that come into your head, you really have to make a decision as quickly as possible to be able to understand how to maintain that thought process to keep you positive and to keep that fire in number one ignited. So, you know, just remember to change the way that you think about things. If you have a thought that comes in that's maybe not quite so encouraging, then I would ask you to look at that and see where that's coming from. Change your self-concept. You know, have you ever asked yourself who you are? Who are you? You know, do you realize that it's not about your name, it's not about your background, it's not about your upbringing, it's not about your title as who you are in your you know, career. It's not about your body. So what about, you know, what are the thoughts that you have about yourself? You know, these can be really deep questions if you start backing off the layers and looking into that further. And most people have a tendency to believe that, you know, others really start to tell us who we are. And, you know, that can result in huge limitations in your future life. Spend time looking within and just seeing who you truly are. You know, close your eyes, tap into your inner self, and, you know, find out who you are, what you want, what are the feelings and emotions that come up with that, and change the concept that you have of yourself to that real you that's hidden within, and start to bring that true self out. This will help you in the transformation of your life as a whole. Once you are encouraged to start speaking out on who you are, and, you know, this is a massive step in the journey. Start living differently. And what I mean by that is, you know, the thought process we mentioned earlier. So start the thought process, start having positive thoughts, start thinking in a great positive way. And, you know, that way you will start speaking differently. You know, your thinking's differently already. You'll start living differently because you start attracting more positive into your life, rather than that sabotaging, procrastination, negative stuff, and the voices that keep telling you that you're not worthy or you don't deserve it. Start jumping into your mind and start speaking out, and you really have to just brush those away and override that with the positive thoughts and the positive language. So, you know, that's a massive part of your journey as well. And all these things just fit so beautifully together. When you start doing them, you will see massive changes. And be grateful. You know, this is something, it costs you nothing to be grateful. All you have to do each day is just find something, regardless of whether you had a great day or an ordinary day or a really bad day. Find the good, especially in those bad days, because those bad days to find a high in that, or to find the lesson that you can take from that bad day, will actually start to change the way that you think about your whole self, your whole life, your whole dream, your whole future. And, you know, it will start creating more for you. So it's really important when you have a bad day to pick the learnings, the lesson, the positive out of that, and be grateful for what you went through in order to receive that lesson. You know, there's so much that you can learn from that. And, you know, that part of your life will actually start providing you with opportunities. They'll start moving into your life, towards you, within reach, to, you know, so that you're feeling, you know, you can start feeling really blessed with your life, and instead of taking things for granted, which so many people do. And also gratitude also releases the endorphins, which actually are the feel-good chemicals in your body that create a better mindset. So, you know, all of this, as I said, it all fits together. So it's really important to understand that that is what happens. And, you know, all these things to transform your life, it starts with a thought, a word, a feeling, an emotion, a tapping into your inner self. There's so many things that create that whole process. Now, as I said to you, I do have a free gift today that I'm passing on to you. Every month, on the first Thursday of the month, I've created a masterclass, a free online masterclass, where you can register through the Facebook page to actually join us. And you know, you'll learn so much from that masterclass. There's strategies and tools that you'll be able to implement straight away and take away. And so it's a continuation of everything that I do. And, you know, I really want to be able to give you this so that you can move forward. You are able to actually see some encouragement, and, you know, it costs you nothing. It costs you a little bit of time, maybe 30 to 40 minutes to actually work through that online. You can sit at home, have a cup of tea, and really just take half an hour out for yourself. And, you know, it will really give you some great tools and strategies to move forward. So I'd love to see you there. Like I said, it's all on the Unique Vibrations page. So I do again ask you to come over to the Unique Vibrations page so that you're able to join a community and really, you know, have the support that you want, because I believe women don't have enough support out there. So please come on down and really join us. I'd love to see you there. But also we have an exclusive experience for our Brisbane viewers. Unleash Your Inner Warrior Princess, 4 amazing speakers that will share their journey with inner work and really being able to create some tools and strategies for you to implement immediately into your life. And you'll walk away from that day, you know, with some really amazing connections. You'll walk away from that day with some tools and strategies that, as I said, you can implement straight away and start your journey and really look at how you can move forward and undo those blocks. We have Amanda Foy, who is the emotional strength trainer. She will help you to connect the dots of your life, and you know, you'll be able to then look at some things that you'll be able to move through. We have Linda Conyard, who is the entrepreneur for women, doing inner work with women entrepreneurs, and she will definitely give you some strategies and tools to walk away with and encourage you to look at what those blockages are. And we have Louise Geary, who is the Activate Your Feminine coach. Louise will actually share some details with you and give you some tools and strategies to walk away with. Again, look, all these tools and strategies you walk away with, just amazing. And, you know, she'll actually be able to really give you some identity about balancing your life. And of course, myself, I'll be sharing my journey and looking at how we can get some tools and strategies to implement again to be able to tap into your inner self and really be able to create a better version of you and start those processes straight away. So, you know, I look forward to seeing you there. Seats are limited for this experience. They are booking up fast. So I really do encourage you to take a seat. And again, it's all on the Unique Vibrations page, where you can watch this replay anytime. And, you know, I really look forward to you tuning in next week. And again, please just let us know where you're from, whether you're watching this live or whether you're watching the replay. I'm so grateful to have you on board as part of this process. And, you know, I really do love the fact that I have so many of you here watching today, and I'm sorry I didn't acknowledge you all today, but thank you very much. I'm feeling blessed, and I really am looking forward to you tuning in to the Midday show next week. Bye for now.